All right, so that's pretty much the video. Um,
Kind.
and I'll read. I don't know if you wanted to comment before I started reading some of the bits of bits of excerpts from the article. I'm not gonna read the
No,
whole article, but I don't know if you wanted to say anything.
no, that's cool. Go on, go on.
All right, so it says Iran sinks U.S. naval invasion fleet. Now, let's pause there. Why does it say specifically invasion fleet? Okay, all right, because that's pretty much what the U.S. is, has been feeling to do for a very long time, man. Okay, and this was posted what the 31st of updated the 31st of October of August rather more 2016. So okay, not not to a couple of 10 days ago roughly. All right, and it says with a huge tidal wave in propaganda videos showing slaying of great Satan. Okay, and what do we read in the scriptures, man? Who have thou become?
Kind.
Have thou become as weak as we? And
Weak
these
is weak.
dudes,
That's right.
and here it is, right? Hey, bro, I know you watched the video, right? These dudes,
Kind.
these dudes, when they took down Great Satan, quote unquote, right? They did that with some flags, man. They're going to
Yep.
show you that
Yep.
they have no respect for these devils, man. They have no
Kind.
respect for
That's
them.
right.
Okay, they have no respect for them. It says the 2.5 minute video also shows an image of a burning American flag and is the latest in a long line of anti-U.S. messages produced by Iran. And why have you got a large amount of anti-American sentiment out there? Well, for one simple reason, because a lot of people are finding out these people are devils, man. Okay, and not
Kind.
only are they finding out, that's really people knew that they were devils, but see with the in the age that we're in with the internet and push notifications and all of that, man. Look, someone posted a video 2 hours ago. You could have like 1 million hits within 2 hours, man. Okay. Hey, just like how we're
Kind.
seeing this world, you wasn't gonna see that unless you had it to where you had the internet and the world was circulating. That's why they want to take down the internet because the internet reveals Babylon for what she is, man. A whore.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Which is all the Lord's will, man. That's what the Lord. Hey, man, this is beautiful because this is a part of prophecy that's playing out before our very eyes, man. Like all I did was, I mean, you can go to Google right now. You can type in U.S. garrison surrounding Iran, and all you can see is pure.
Oh, this
Um,
pure. This pure. There's too
it's
many.
pure,
It's
and
too
and I, and
many.
I believe the
Oh,
Prophet
sorry.
Tahar even said back in
Salakia. Sorry,
the
bro. I'll
day.
do that. What did you type in?
Type in U.S. garrisons surrounding Iran, and the first image that pops up, you want to see the garrisons that are just surrounding Iran right now. It's ridiculous, man. So why they would actually make a propaganda video like that and actually show the American flag burning in the sea, man. In the end, because hey, man, they're rising up against this big bad bully, man. And the Lord's putting the spirit on them to do that, man.
Did you
Right?
go to?
But
What
you
did you
can
go
see,
to? Images or page? You went to
yeah,
U.S. Garrisons.
just click on it should be on the images. Yeah, it should be the first one on the images.
All right. So U.S. Garrisons,
Yeah,
Iran.
US garrison surrounding Iran.
You put surrounding. Okay.
Yeah, can. Yeah, it should pop up, man. But I remember I came across a picture a couple months back, man. And you see all the different flags
Yeah.
surrounding the. You see it?
Yeah. And they got the I've seen the one with I've seen the one that was dealing with Russia and how they've basically got Russia entrapped. But if you got let's look for Iran. So you got Iran over here, and then you got all of these stars represent the different garrisons, and that's
That's
well
right. That's right.
that's that's a, that's what you call encircling right there. I believe
That's
that's the
right.
mission
Hey, and when
encircling.
I used to play, I used to play Salakia. I used to play these garrison type strategy games,
Yeah.
and that's how you really want to take down your enemy, man. You want to surround him to make sure that you can besiege the enemy round about. You want to make sure you want to cut.
They have besieged Iran. they have
Right.
laid. I believe siege refers to the actual taking down, but I believe besieged is.
Oh, Salak, yeah,
I might be
can't.
incorrect. I might be incorrect, but I know there's certainly a difference between the two words. But they
Can't,
certainly
can't, can't.
they certainly did the form of sieging of Iran right there. and
That's right.
that's the results of that.
That's
But
right, man. But this
Slaki,
is all
you
part
were
of
saying
prophecy,
something.
man. No, I'm just saying this is all a part of prophecy, man. You know. So you know, the video that the brother just played, man, it clearly shows that the times that we're living in, man. You know, and if I can get a quick preset for you,
Oh,
brother, to share.
can't. Hey, quench not the
Um,
spirit, brother.
Yes. It's Joel. This is Joel. I'm gonna start from 3 and 1, right? It says, For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel among the nations and parted my land. And when you go into that word, is the valley of judgment, man. Yahweh Shaphat, Yahweh judges,
Yeah.
right? So that's talking about down there in the Middle East, man. And that's prophecy playing out right now to the fullest, man. If you can't see that there's fitting to be a World War III, in fact, World War III is taking place covertly behind the scenes. They ain't really pushing it out there on the mainstream media like that. But you can clearly see that we're heading down to a third nuclear war, man. Because really and truly, they're gonna whip out the ultimate. Hey, the Lord said, "I created the ways to destroy." We brought that precept out earlier on.
Yeah.
Isaiah 54:16. But I'm going to jump to verse 9. This is the point. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. So we're supposed to proclaim this, man. All right? It says, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up as into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And so Iran and all these other different nations like North Korea and all the China, and they would have been considered all these like so-called weaker nations, but now they're actually standing up against America, man.
Yeah.
They're going from the defensive stance into the offenses, man. They're taking their agricultural capabilities and they're plowing it all into their military capabilities, man. And they're looking to destroy America, man. All right, and this is what the Lord said is going to happen, man. All right, so they can't get angry with us. Hey, this is really we're just speaking the words of the Bible, man.
Hey,
right?
but that's because the scripture says if they hate you, they have not hated you. It's me that they hate. They hate the Lord.
That's right,
man.
bro. That's right, man. That's right. It says, assemble yourselves. Oh man, come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. And this is what's happening right now, man. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about, which is where we're at right now, where we're actually at the gates of that happening right now, man. The Lord says, wait ye upon me until the day that I rise up to the prey. That's why we ain't getting carnal. We're spiritual men. We can't take out the so-called white man with what we got, man. Hell, man, a two-third can't even shoot straight, man.
Yeah, nah, that shit. They put the gun. They put the gun sideways. You know, you never see Esau shit like that. That's how you know.
Man.
Hey, that's how you know our blessing ain't the sword but style, man. Jacob
Right,
put
man.
the gun that way and all of that, man. By the time Jake gets into them poses before he shoots the gun, he already got blasted up, man.
That's right. That's right, man. These niggas ain't shit, man. These niggas ain't shit.
Nah, niggas ain't shit.
That's right, man. Hey, but look, man, the main thing is, man. Hey, man, we're in times of prophecies being played out before our very eyes, man. And we've been proclaiming this. The apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, they've been pushing this out, man. You know,
right.
Apostle Dar said it himself. When America goes into Iran, that's when this thing's go. Hey, man, you might as well buckle up your seatbelts, man. We out of here. That's what he said, man.
Hey, but that's why this article is so important because now it's like, well, look, we all know about the pride of Esau. When they either might see this, they're gonna be like, look, yeah, you know what? We're just gonna roll up on them and show them who's boss. But see, the retaliation game of that is what? Is Russia. Okay. Russia's really been stopping America going out into Iran because they went up into Syria. Okay, but the Russians slowed them down somewhat. And you still got the Assad regime somewhat up in there. Okay. But ultimately, you know, they want to get up into Iran's the end goal, man. But the Russians like
Oh man, this is the Lord's program, man.
Yeah, but man. That's when this thing's gonna go down.
That's right.
So I got a precept, and then I'm just gonna read maybe one or two quotes, and really bring this video to a close in the next sort of 2-3 minutes or so. So if you want to get some, if you want to bring out any precepts before we do that, just let me know. But I got this precept right here, the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter and the 30th verse. I think we brought this out last week. But it says, also the Carmanians raging in their wrath shall go forth as wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with her and waste the portion of the Assyrians. So that's the Iranians, which is the Carmanians. You go into the history of the Carmanians, it's dealing with the Persians, which are now the modern day Iranians. Okay, they're gonna be remembering that, and that's just, this is a you know, that's their propaganda video. What you gonna know about propaganda videos is this, man. Out there in Iran, when they see the, hey man, 8 years ago, man, 5 years ago, I was talking to this one Persian girl. She was real nice too, man. And you know what, you know what it is when you come into this truth. You got so many talking points, but what you really want to talk about is the truth. So you be trying to flirt with some girl, trying to explain why it is important that America goes into Iran, and she ain't gonna get it right. But I was talking to this girl about, you know, the Iran, and they was like, yeah, man, you go out there, they know America's the devils, man, and they know they can't touch us, man. That's what she was straight up saying. She said they know they can't touch us, man. Right? Not because Iran's some great superpower or anything like that, but really because that's the tips that she was on. She was on the tip of that Iran is, you know, some great super. No, it's not that, man. It's because you got the backing of the Russians, man. And with the backing of the Russians comes the backing of the Chinese. Okay, that's the other two great superpowers of the earth. All right, of which the Mosai is gonna bring all of that down to the ground, man. Okay, and set up the only superpower with actual superpower. Not some nukes, man.
That's right.
All right, so I'm gonna bring out a few points out of this. It says the video called "Steadfastness 2" was produced. Do I really want to bring that out? I'll read this. It says an Iranian anti-US propaganda film has threatened, "I will break your legs into pieces," while depicting a group of young Iranian men taking revenge on American forces. Okay, the things just sounds sweet. Just reading it, it just sounds sweet. It just sounds sweet. Okay, and then you know, pretty much everything else that that it said, you've seen it in the video. Okay, so I don't know if you had any closing statements, bro.
Yeah, I got a couple last precepts to bring out.
Yeah, come on, bring them out.
You know, but hey, man, it might be repetition is it's the father of learning, right? You know, that's how we learn, man. Jake's hard-headed, man, and the Lord, the scriptures are repetitious, so we got to keep pushing out this word, man. All right, this is Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start from 3, and it says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, meaning Yahushua, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world?"
It's important to note, man, them brothers weren't like, master. You know, we've devised a plan to make this money. You know, they weren't like that. They was hating in the day, man. Okay, and that was 2,000 years ago. How much more so right now? Like back then, women were still kind of feminine. You know, men were still kind of honorable. Okay, Esau was still a devil, and that's just that. He's always been a devil. But you're talking about observing the Lord's statutes, commandments of the Most High. Hey, Israel was still kind of doing that, but right now they don't even know they're Israelites, man. And the brothers were still hastening the day back then, man. So they understood the objective of their. I mean, look, we're all men, so you know certain things might happen to where you might not always be as on point as you would like to be, but without a shadow of a doubt, what was going on in your head shouldn't affect how you're working with this truth, man. You should be always pushing this word, man.
That's right.
Just like how hey.
You there, okay?
Yeah, go on. You got precepts, innit? You can bring precepts.
Yeah, can't. It says, I'm going to drop to verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." Right? And you've been seeing clear examples of all of this been playing out, man. You had the earthquake that just hit Oklahoma. You had the one that just took out 300 plus people in Italy, just a couple of weeks ago, man. these prophecies are playing out, man. You're hearing of wars and rumors of wars right now, man. Like we just went into with the garrisons surrounding Iran. You got Russia and China and North Korea. All of these so-called weaker nations. I'm gonna exclude Russia from that. Weaker nations, man. Hey, man, proclaim, hey, among Gentiles, man, wake up, hey, beat your plowshares into swords, man. We just read that in Joel 3, man. So, and this is the last one I'm gonna bring out. This is one of my favorite ones, because like what the brother was going into, he said that the disciples, they were being diligent in them times. They were hastening the day then. How much more so now, seeing as that we're at the end of this thing, man, the very end.
Oh, hey,
okay, so
the Lord was so about the mission. There was 2,000 years left of this kingdom. All right, and the Lord said, "Leave your wives, all right, leave your sons, leave your daughters, leave your workplace." Man, that's fucked up, man.
That's right, man.
Think about that. Man. Think about that.
That's diligent.
There was 2,000 years left, bro. Generation upon generation, bro. And the Lord said, and the Lord still said, "Look, leave. You ain't willing to do all of that. You ain't worthy of following me." And he knew, he knew full well that they was gonna push this word and die in this word, and it was gonna be still 2,000 years of 1,000 years of Jacob rulership, and skirmishes of other heathen rulerships, but predominantly Esau and rulership. Okay, and he knew all of that before he made his return, right? And you got it to where right now we're in the last bit, the last bit. All the prophecies coming to pass. All the prophecies understood. You got dudes selling fucking Israelite pens and Israelite water bottles, man.
Oh man.
They'll put the old prophets to shame, man. I understood why certain man will like how they were back in the day. They were rough back in the day, man. Esau tried to touch the Lord, the brother done cut his ear off. I understand all of that because Jake right now is some assholes, man.
Oh man,
there's some assholes, man.
That's right. Oh man. This is back in second Esdras. This is 9. I'm gonna take it from the top. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before." Which are part of the signs that have passed. We just brought it out in Matthew 24, man. Earthquakes in diverse places, man. Famines, wars and rumors of wars, man. These things are parts of the signs that are past. You're supposed to give diligence to make your call and election sure, man. Watch as well as pray, lest you fall into temptation, man. Now's not the time to be getting weak at the knees, man. Now's the time to be, have your loins girt about you, have your lights burning, man. Be fervent, man. Like the disciples back in the day, 2,000 years ago, they were diligent, man. How much more us, man?
That's right. We
got to learn from our forefathers, man. We got to follow after that example, man. All right, but you got guys, here it is. They see the finish line, but they're getting weak, talking about, oh, man.
It's not they're getting weak. The scripture says it plainly, man, in this, that they are willingly ignorant. They're willingly ignorant. Okay, because it takes a hell. I mean, the most I could do it, but it takes a hell of a lot of blinding to see what we've just seen here on this propaganda video from Iran and say, well, that's not the prophecies coming to pass. That takes a hell of a lot of blinding, man. That takes a hell of a lot of work, man.
Hey, the scriptures say darkness shall cover the earth, huh?
Yes, right. Hey, gross darkness, even gross darkness.
It says, this is verse 2. It says, "Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest." Yes, man. So we're at the end, man. It's plain to see that we're at the end of this kingdom, man. Man, chemtrails, GMO foods, fucking transgenders walking about, faggots, gay married. Man, the Most High made an example of Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And you still ain't learned, man. So this place is gonna have to go out, man, for the last time, and the kingdom's gonna be ushered in, man, royally, man, by Yahweh Shai himself, and them angels are coming in hot and heavy, man. Even end of that damnation, man. I really don't. To be honest, bro, You know, I ain't looking to get beaten with many stripes, man. As it is written, knowing the terror of the Lord do we persuade men. So, hey, man, the fear of the Lord is beginning of knowledge, man. But if you're a fool, you're going to despise wisdom and instruction, man, which are these scriptures. So, hey, man, I just want to, I just wanted to say that, Ark, just
Oh
stay
no,
strong, man.
that's beautifully said, man. That's beautifully said,
You know,
brother. All right.
Khan.
So pretty much with that, I'm gonna say double honors to the apostles of GMS.
Double honor to the apostles GMS. That's
Honestly,
right, man.
brothers that be pushing this truth and sincerity.
That's right. That's right.
And all praises unto Yahweh Shimi Al Shai. All right.
That's right.
And I'm gonna say